Awesome.
Now, while we were running that, ladies and gentlemen, something massive happened out of the NFL.
Oh, really?
Massive. Now, the NFL league meetings are going to take place Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, and we'll have Ian Rappaport join us here in a matter of moments to chit-chat about everything that's going to go down over there. But the Philadelphia Eagles have signed their head coach, Nick Sirianni, to an extension.
Wow.
All right,
Congratulations, Paisan.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Obviously, there was a lot of people mocking him and calling for his head, basically. This guy's not one of us. This guy's a bum. This guy needs to get the hell out of town. This guy's spending too much time yelling at the fans as opposed to coaching the players. This guy's acting like a child behind the scenes. But then you watch the way that team came together, and you watch the way the team has rallied around him, and you watch the way the team prepares and the way the team plays with him as the head coach. You think to yourself, maybe this guy isn't some big dumb dipshit. Maybe this guy's a good football coach. Dad was a ball coach, obviously grew up in the entirety of it all. What he's done for Philadelphia, I think, is match the personality of the team. And I think the city even is starting to realize this guy matches the personality of our city as well. This is when things kind of come together perfectly.
Yeah, you're saying matching the personality. That's the perfect way to put it because it's so many different. Now with all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we see with different coaches and different teams from across sports, you can just see that everybody kind of goes about it their own way. And the way that he goes about it, obviously the guys buy into it year in and year out. And this year was different. This year you bring Saquon over, you lean on the run game heavily, you get the explosive plays from a majority run game. Some of your receivers may have to sacrifice. Him being a receiver guy formerly here and a lot of other places. And he's just been perfect, man. You talked about a lot of talking heads calling for his head, and then now we are going into the next season. He's a Super Bowl champ, getting an extension, well-deserved from Nick Sirianni and everybody over there in Philly, man. I love this.
You talk about bringing in Saquon Barkley, and obviously Howie and Jeff and everybody, and Bradley Cooper got to agree to these deals. Drafting, and the exciting whites in the back is also hilarious.
Coop's picks, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Bradley Cooper actually made the pick of all that. So gave the motivational speech on the field before the boys went out and routed the incredible Kansas City Chiefs. But having a brand new player come into your team and take over the offense when you've already max paid two guys that are wide receivers, like that could be a tough task for a coach to keep a locker room together. Especially you talk about sacrificing targets. It's like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They're already sacrificing targets for each other. Now they come in and we're going to be a run-first team. It's like the coach has to keep everybody together. And guess who are the ones that dumped the Gatorade on Nick Sirianni after he won the Super Bowl? It was A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, the wide receivers who he had to rally and keep invested because we've all seen that these aren't Madden scores and Madden players playing on teams. These are actual humans who worry about their legacy. They worry about their future contracts. They worry about their targets. They worry about their success. They worry about how much they matter to the team because if you don't matter to the team, you're a piece of gum. They will cut your ass. So whenever wide receivers get a little greedy and say, I want the ball, I want the ball, I want the ball, it's always a negative thing. But these guys are trying to build their careers. These guys are trying not to get cut. These guys are trying to get their next contracts as well. So him being able to navigate those waters, when they were the first team in a long time, they outrushed. They ran like 200 more running plays than they did passing plays. Like, that doesn't happen in the modern NFL until now because they were willing to do it. Shout out to Kelly Moe, obviously the head coach down there for the New Orleans Saints, the offensive coordinator, sticking with it. Shout out to Saquon Barkley being so damn explosive. But the head coach having to keep everybody on the same page. Big Dom back, obviously, in the building matters a lot. But him being able to keep everybody on the same page, that's coaching.
Yes.
That is literally what coaching is, bringing the best out of your team. And he has the proof in putting there.
And then all the turnover at the coordinator positions. You know, year in and year out, you talked about Kelly Moe, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators, draft. Howie's done a great job drafting. You talked about Cooper DeJean, but Quinyon Mitchell as well, who was a phenomenal rookie corner. Jalen Carter and Cole, and then the trenches. You know, they won the trenchy last year. And so they got the best offensive line week in and week out. Like, that's how you want to build a football team, and I think we'll see a lot of teams trying to copy this style.
A lot of Italians over there. He brings in Vic Fangio to be DC. Remember, Vic Fangio over is what they were saying, Tone.
Yeah, because, I mean, offensive side, it's going to be 4-0 season, 4 years. But then on the defensive side, like, their offense was fine 2 years ago. When that whole thing happened, when the late season collapse happened, everything was, they had like the 28th ranked defense. And for him to bring in Vic Fangio, who's one of the greatest defense corners of all time, brings it in, who he wasn't working out in Miami. He brings him in here, a culture difference here for the Eagles, and the draft picks that they did in the secondary turned the defense around, which really led them to the Super Bowl.
And they paid this guy early. Yes. It's like they're doing everything right. Somehow Philadelphia is leading the way in this entire thing.
Weird.
Congrats, Philly. That is weird. No, that's Philly, I guess. Yeah, congrats. A lot of Johns over there excited about the Sirianni extension. Good news. I am hearing Yeah, Coach Sirianni is currently having a live press conference. Let's go over to that. I believe he's taking a stand. Oh, he's already at stand. Okay, go ahead. Yep, he's addressing the media now. Okay.
First and foremost, I'd like to just say, thank you to everybody who showed up today. A lot of people are saying things about how, in the past, I may not have been the best coach. A lot of people called me a big dumb dipshit for the entire season. This guy doesn't know how to coach. This guy's a moron. He talks like a moron. His, his expressions and the way he listen, I know we got a lot of coaches in this league who couldn't teach a dog to sit down. I can do that because I am the best. I'm the best coach in Eagles history. I have no problem saying that. Sorry, Andy Reid. I beat your ass in a Super Bowl. And listen, this isn't going to be a really long, drawn-out thing. It was a multi-year extension. I told Jeff and Howie right away, I said, listen, I'm thinking 10 years, $250 million. So it's up to you. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get into my finances. I'm not going to get into my business. Let's just say that, we win another Super Bowl. I don't know, maybe Coach Sirianni goes to the highest bidder. So we'll see. It's one of those things where, you prove time and time again you are the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. Shout out Bret Hart. That, you're going to keep winning. That's what I do. I will end this today. Not going to take any questions because the proof's in the pudding. I might go buy a new luxury vehicle or something like that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all this money. Maybe wipe my ass with a couple hundreds. For anyone who at any point in this last year before that, said I was a big dumb dipshit or questioned my integrity, my coaching abilities. Matter of fact, this is going to go out to everybody, but we're going to start. This is a personal invitation for Dan Orlovsky.
Oh, no.
Okay? Later today, I'm probably going to go down, either be at Gino's or Pat's. I'm gonna go to the bank and I'm gonna get, I don't know, let's say I'm gonna get $10,000 in cash out. Dan, if you'd like to come down and eat some dog shit off the ground,
I think we got his press conference.
I will personally give you $100, and that goes for anyone else who has said anything negative about me. Once again, go Birds! I'm the best coach in the NFL. It's great to be Philly, baby. Here come the dogs.
Okay.